So Zach, the shepherd here, was labeled dog aggressive by the shelter he comes from. The owner said that they've seen him lunging, pulling towards dogs, barking, snapping in their direction. They hadn't put him with other dogs because of their fear, and they called me in to assist with evaluating him to see if he was aggressive or not with other dogs. Now, I have not seen any aggression. I've seen a dog just being assertive and dominant, but not aggressive. But this doesn't mean that he couldn't have been being aggressive. But I have not seen that yet. And so as we can see right now, he can be with other dogs. He likes other dogs. And so it's possible. But in order for this thing to be possible for his owners are going to have to understand dogs, and in particular Zach here, and how to live with him, how to parent him. And this means showing up in a certain way, not just when they see something they don't like, but overall, how do they conduct themselves? Some important things that they need to understand is they should only be petting this dog when they call him over to them and he's paying attention to them. He's not too energetic. He's not being pushy. He's not jumping up, all that kind of stuff. And if he is, they need to communicate what they do not like so that he understands that that is not acceptable. They should not be going to him to pet because that sends mixed signals. They're doing something dominant in a submissive way. And we don't want to be sending mixed signals. And some dogs will actually bite people for doing something like that. Think about the puppy that goes over and starts licking on the adult dog's face, and the adult dog starts to show through their body language and the growl and showing their teeth, and then they bark, they'll snap at them, right? That puppy's going over, doing something dominant in a submissive way. We don't want to pet him when he comes over to tell us to pet him, because then he's telling us what to do. And we all know that if kids start to tell the parent what to do, there ends up being problems. So we should only call him over to pet him. And he needs to be paying attention to us, not looking out into the world, and again, not being energetic, pushy, rude. We do not want to be feeding into the energy. We don't want to be encouraging the assertive, dominant, and aggressive side. So we don't want to be playing with him, roughhousing, tug of war, throwing things for him to chase, giving him stuffed animals, squeaky toys, balls, things to bite on and shake around and rip apart. We don't want him practicing and engaging in those type of activities because they don't want a predator. They want a dog that they can take everywhere they go. That's social, calm, sweet, loving, listens. And so we have to be very clear on what do we really want, and we have to align with that, and we have to live in a certain way. We have to become something that creates that to take place. And so it can be challenging because the reason the owners pet in the way they do is because something within them makes them feel that way and then ultimately behave that way. So they have to become aware and make changes, and that can be hard. The reason they throw the ball and give the toys and all that, there's a reason that they feel that they need to do it. And so they have to change their way of thinking, their belief system. And ultimately, it will then change how they feel. but they have to be consistent. This isn't, oh, okay, well, we'll do it for a couple weeks, and then when we start seeing things going well, we're going to go back to doing what we were. No. Think about it. You start eating in a way that's healthy. You start losing weight. You get down to the weight and the health that you would like. And now you say, well, now I'm going to go binge out and eat McDonald's like I used to, and sit on the couch and do nothing with my life. You're going to end up having problems again. And you're going to be in this yo-yo thing. So the only way that I can help the owners is through giving them information and understanding, and then they need to apply it and live by it forever. I can help them socialize him, but just because he can do it here doesn't mean that he's going to do it with the owners. Different relationship. It's like I always say, you have kids and you send them to grandpa and grandma's house, and then grandpa and grandma call and say, oh my gosh, you need to work with your kids. They won't go to bed on time. They're running around the house all wild and blah, 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 blah. And you say, they don't do that with me. It's because of the grandparents and how they make those kids feel. Through the way that grandpa and grandma show up in life. So I want the owners to have success. I want Zach to have success because I know Zach is totally capable of all the things that they're hoping for and wanting. But can the owners make the changes that are required and then stay with it? Repetitiously be on top of this thing for the life of the dog. And this doesn't mean that it's suffering or anything. It's just consistency. And over time, things get easier because we do it more often. And we have understanding about it. And so does the dog. So anyways, I just wanted to say that. But we'll be back.